We are going to continue our countdown to camp series by reacting to all 20 Detroit Lions games in the 2023 NFL season. This is game 2, week 2, when we came home for the first time against the Seattle Seahawks. Now, everyone knows how this one turns out. The Seahawks have had our number for quite some time, even seemed like going back to that 2016 playoff game. Now, this was the first home game for the Detroit Lions. I did not attend this game. I don't think I went again until a month after this. I think it was October 8th when I made my first appearance at Ford Field. But this was going into this game. Jared Goff had the streak of 9 consecutive games and 300-plus passes thrown without an interception. That all came to an end this game. We also were at Uno's. This was our first watch party at Uno's, and the Detroit Lions wind up making this game a bit interesting toward the end, but this was one of our 2 times going to Uno's, and they both resulted in a loss. So without further ado, let's get through this. Now, I have not seen these since directly after the game happened. So what I'll do is I will conclude my Sunday kind of relaxing by watching all of the NFL highlights from all the games that took place that day. In some cases, I'll wait until after Monday Night Football. But I have not seen any of these highlights since that day, the week that they happened. So, and the playoff, the Rams games, I watched the highlight, the playoff game, the Buccaneer game. But when we get to the final week, 19 days from now, that will be the first time that I have seen any highlight outside of the ones that they've shown on SportsCenter and such of the San Francisco 49ers game, the NFC title game. So here we go. Let's get through it, man. This is the Detroit Lions week 2 versus the Seattle Seahawks. Now, the Seattle Seahawks were I think they were 0-1, and we were 1-0 coming off that victory against the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. Here we go.
In a very raucous Ford Field.
Okay, so they started. This is the beginning of the first quarter.
To find out what they do. Here's Kenneth Walker looking for a seam, and a nice move for Walker, who breaks the tackle.
Man, Walker was killing. Wow.
On second down, Smith looking to throw for the first time, comes near side.
Now I want you to watch the pass rush, because
Smith back to throw it. Coming over the middle to Walker. Makes a turn. Kenneth Walker searching.
All right, so as we're watching these games, I want you to keep a close eye on the pass rush, because this is when my hostility toward our pass rush really began. We went the entire first game with no sack. Now we ended the season with 31, I believe, which was bottom third of the league. I think we ranked 23rd or 24th in getting to the quarterback. So we did not get to the quarterback a lot. We got 1 sack this game, and it was a Geno Smith fail. Alex Anzalone wind up touching him down. That was the 1 sack that we got in this game. But notice the pass rush of the Detroit Lions. And as we watch these, man, you'll start to see why I was so lit when it comes to the pass rush, man, because we have to be able to get to the quarterback. And if we're going to get turnovers and such, we got to be able to get in a quarterback's face. And we need somebody other than Aiden Hutchinson to do that.
The first down. So 7th play of this opening drive.
Look at that.
Looking deep. Throwing deep. It's Metcalf. Makes a man.
He was just having his way.
Metcalf. 3rd and 8. Blitz coming. Smith sees it. Fires over the middle. Metcalf.
Man, what a catch.
Down at the goal line.
What
a catch.
Jerry Jacobs that was just not a good matchup.
Banged up on this opening drive. 2nd and goal here.
Touchdown.
Walker walks in for the touchdown.
Quieted that home crowd quick.
Seattle right down the field in an opening statement.
Are those boos? Are they booing?
Far behind. This is an elite group.
Goff going quick. First read not there. Neither is a second on the run. Rolling out.
That was a good play.
Bottom of your screen.
People say Jared Goff can't extend plays.
Goes out in motion. Goff looking that way. Gets it to him. Makes the catch. Has a first down. And here.
That they can build on for a long time.
Got him to jump. Should be a free play.
Goff coming near side. Back shoulder. Josh Reynolds has it.
Josh Reynolds, man, we're going to miss him. Donovan Peoples-Jones, Khalif Raymond, somebody got to step up.
First down. Goff protected. Going end zone.
That was a dime. That was a dime. I'm telling you, listen. Josh Reynolds is going to be missed. He really is. And there's a guy that I'm watching. If he gets cut from the Houston Texans, we need to take a nice look at Robert Woods. I did see somebody mention Juju Smith-Schuster. I really don't want anything to do with him. However, Robert Woods, man, Jared Goff has that chemistry with St. Brown, Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs. So, but to have that outlet that you can also trust, because remember now, the Jameson Williams trust is growing with every throw. But Robert Woods, man, if he's cut, I would not mind him on the Detroit Lions. We are going to miss Josh Reynolds. Mark my words. Somebody has to step up. It's either going to be him or a Khalif Raymond, Donovan Peoples-Jones, could be Antoine Green, or somebody who's not on this team yet. We're going to miss Josh Reynolds, man. That is a fact. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch.
What an answer. Nice job here. Josh Reynolds ends up being
Put that
the
thing
inside
on the dart.
receiver after the motion. Perfect ball.
At 2 or 3, Chasey Walker in at safety, by the way.
There was like no defense in this game.
Relegated to the bench this year. Here is a pitch out coming the other way, and a good strong run.
Now, I think this is before our run defense started to stiffen up.
They get it off. Smith, quick hitter. Jackson Smith and Jigma wrapped up immediately.
Right now, we'll update you with information as soon as we have it, guys.
That's obviously huge. Play fake. Goff.
Look at that time. Look at that time.
Wide open over the middle. It's Laporta, the tight end.
I mean, he had all the time in the world. If our defense was on point, we would have won the Super Bowl.
Here. Pressure coming. Goff gets rivet over the
Jahmyr
middle.
eating him up.
Right around the first down marker. Gibbs has it.
Forced Detroit to operate in passing situations. That is not what they want to do.
I'm like, why am I so stiff?
Loading up, coming near side. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Why he's regarded as one of the top play callers in the league.
Hand off to Monty. Look at that.
Woo! Big hole and a first down.
Yeah, Monty was definitely an upgrade over Jamal Williams. I'm like, why is this mic in my face?
3rd and 1. It is Montgomery in trouble. Spins
yeah, that was
away
tough.
from 1, but not the next 3.
Do we go for it here? We do. I should have known.
4th and 4.
Do we get this?
Goff protected.
All that time. Good defense.
So all the 3 starters who were hurt on the first drive for the Lions are all back in.
So that's already 3 or 4 times he's already gone for it, Dan. That was ridiculous.
It was wide open, and he's got.
You can really kind of start seeing the flaws in the Detroit Lions defense. Look at that, man. James Houston was in coverage.
Got to get to the 17. Smith.
That's ridiculous. Look at that. You see what I'm saying? It's a little bit of holding, but still.
Incomplete.
Another example here.
45-yard attempt from Jason Myers.
Missed it.
No good.
We should have won this game. We should have won this game. This is actually upsetting.
The top of the screen.
Goff looking that way, throwing that way, and he's got
First down.
completion. Gibbs, flea flicker. He's got
Is this a touchdown? It is. Boom. Yep. We should have won this game. Jared Goff just started falling apart. I think it was this game. It was either this game or one a little later. He just started. It's like he threw that first one and just started falling apart.
Rookie Witherspoon. He puts his eyes in the backfield when he hands it. And
that was a great. Oh, wow. Great play fake.
They don't spike it either.
So we're up.
Seconds.
Into the
blitz coming.
What do they do here?
Near sideline again. Again, it's inbounds, caught by Fant.
Yeah, I think they got it.
19 seconds left.
Four-man rush. Smith throws Lockett inside the 40. Now they've got to get up at spike.
Do they score here?
Plenty of time.
Here is Myers. Hold is good. Kick is
yes, they do.
Long enough, and it is no
he
good.
missed it. So we went into the half up 7.
They might take a shot. Go Hail Mary here.
What are we doing?
Four-man rush. Goff steps up, going deep. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Got it.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's see here.
That's right. That was a fumble.
And this is going to be.
It would have been no time on the clock anyway, but man, what a throw by Jared Goff. What a catch.
Guys,
first they'll need it from their D, and that's a pretty good start. Ball is loose on the ground, and I think Seattle's got it.
Monty with the fumble. I forgot all about that.
They get it from their defense as Jaron Reed picks up the fumble, and they're in business.
Watch what he does on the far side to Laporta.
Just ripped it out of his hand.
Him in the backfield, creates the fumble, and then as you said, Jaron Reed.
This game is tough to watch, man. All our losses are, but this one.
started out with Smith on the fake, lofting deep.
Oh, is he so open? He stepped out.
Makes a move down to
Why
the
was he
2.
so open, bro?
Now, can they finish this drive in the red zone with 6?
Try to do it with the run game with Walker.
Look at this. He
Dancing
scores.
outside,
Oh, my
and he's
God.
in for the
Oh, my
touchdown.
God. And look, it's like I'm watching this for the first time. It's infuriating.
Away from tying this game up.
And you talk about avoiding the sudden change turnover. Seattle takes over deep in the Lions' side, and Kenneth Walker is able to pay it off.
That's right. We were at
We
Uno's.
got ourselves an all-square ball game here early in the second half.
They are hard to beat off. Well, guess what? We're in one.
They what?
You said it. Sure are. All tied. Here's Goff launching over the middle, and it is. Oh,
What
Julian
a
Love all
throw
over.
and catch.
27-yard game.
How did this game fall apart?
Coming near side, Montgomery looking for a little redemption. Shoulder
Let's go,
down.
Monty. Do we score here?
Montgomery is
Nope.
not gonna get there.
It's funny how we run sometimes and get it. Oh, Lord. Come on, man.
Goff, St.
Ah, let's go. Man, Dan, listen. Dan is ridiculous. I mean, we had, I think we went for it on fourth down more than any other team by a long shot in the National Football League. And this is game 2, and this is already 2 times in this game, and there were at least 2 times in the Kansas City game. And I don't expect anything to change this year.
What a good play design.
Yeah, that was a great play.
Pull the left guard, Jonah Jackson.
He just got it, too, by a yard.
Montgomery
Touchdown.
again.
Let's go.
Right up and in. Touchdown.
Man,
Detroit.
listen, can the defense stop anybody? It's almost like I'm watching this again for the first time. God, the offense, we fumbled and
Smith
still.
on the roll. Throws on the run. Complete.
Good D.
I don't think-
He didn't get it.
Him in week 1 give Kansas City Chiefs all they could.
But obviously,
Here's a draw. Walker has a
ooh,
seam
beautiful
this
play.
time. Henderson
Ah,
looking at first down.
beautiful
He's
play,
inside.
man. Had the defense on his heels.
Blitz coming. Smith has to get rid of it.
Oh!
Almost picked. Joe Smith
Kirby,
is
you
onside.
got to take that to the
could have been a pick
crib,
six.
bro.
Hey,
Come
Normally
on,
very,
man.
very good. 25 yards on this one. Should be a gimme, and it is.
Wow,
play
that
gets
mug
scratched
should have
off,
been
so
to
give
the
him credit.
crazy.
Coming back out there on a critical down.
2nd and 5 coming out near side.
Okay, so
Montgomery out there
Jared
makes
didn't throw his pick yet. It's coming.
3rd and 2. Here, right up the middle. He's
Oh.
not going to get there.
So this is the 3rd time this game that we've gone
On the
for it.
fake,
Play action,
Gibbs
good pickup.
picks up
Nothing
the
there.
blitz,
JG.
rolls,
Oh, no
Fans
flag.
want a flag. There is none. So
Ah.
good ball, Dean, we appreciate
That's
that.
3
Seattle
times.
moves back 5. Here's Geno Smith. Has time. Just going to get it out in the flat to Charbonnet.
Okay,
And
so
the answer
listen.
is the draw, by the way.
When you can't get there with the front 4, I know we talk about the secondary, and yes, it's valuable, but that play was not governed by a sticky secondary. When your front 4 cannot get to the quarterback, and you got to bring the linebackers, the middle of the field is going to be open all the time. That's one thing. I don't care how sticky that secondary is. The Lions got to get to the quarterback with 4. They have to, man, because that's all he was doing was over the middle, intermediate routes, man.
No matter how much Pete jumps around, here's Geno Smith. Throws to
There's
Disley
another
on
one.
the run.
Woo!
Breaks the tackle. Disley on his feet inside.
Told Malcolm to get off me. Low snap.
Now Smith.
Look at
steps away
this.
from pressure.
Look at
Right on the
this.
run. Geno Smith using the
2nd
legs.
down and
Geno is
20,
inside
and he
the
gained
50.
15.
Smith goes to Lockett, who's got a first down.
Jerry Jacobs was terrible. He still ain't on the team either.
On the fake.
Great play fake.
Smith has
Somebody
time.
wide open.
Lofting end zone. It is
What
caught for
a
the
catch.
touchdown.
I remember watching that in real time. Like, what? Who was that on?
Seattle's in front.
Jerry Jacobs. Now, that type of stuff,
They
we're
just
going to have
start him
a
here,
much
and he's
better
just gonna
secondary.
run a
Look,
dead
he already
sprint
beat.
to the back corner of
He's
the
already
opposite
beat.
pylon, and you talk about
He's already
dropping
beat.
in a bucket. That's about as good a throw as you
Yeah,
can
that was an
ask out of your
excellent throw,
quarterback, and
excellent catch. I remember hoping he didn't.
Talk about an answer.
Woo!
3rd and 10 conversion.
That
to
shin,
Lockett,
that
keeps
right
the drive
shin.
alive. 2nd and goal.
What a
He
throw
goes
by
back to
Geno,
him
though.
again, take the lead. But I also give credit to Goff. He's a guy that had
Here
a
comes
lot
the
of
pick.
success,
It's coming.
but was open-minded to the coaching.
He's in trouble here, though. Can't find anyone, and he's going to go down. The first sack of the day for either team.
We know he got carted off, and it just next man up.
I think it's right here.
Pressure coming in again. Goff hit as he throws.
Yep.
And it's intercepted. There is Trey Brown. Open to the end zone, and he's going to score.
That was the play that broke the streak of 300 and something. I remember after that, Goff was like, well, now that's over. I don't have to worry about it
Let's
anymore.
see what happened there as Brown took it back to the house for 40 yards.
This was on, I want to say this was on Jameer. Yep, choice routes, man. Get rid of them.
And in this case, they zone it off. And if he's wide open, if he just puts that ball on his front shoulder pad, he's wide open. I think the pressure off his right side.
It looked like it was a bad pass.
Lions find themselves down by 10. Largest deficit of the day. A little flip here to Raymond, who gets
and we still made this thing interesting.
Goff over the middle. Laporta caught it. How on earth did he catch that? And he's got a first down.
If the first down throw's not there.
One thing I can say about the Lions, man, even when they're down,
keep it on the ground.
even when they're down, they still play the same. And their offense is prolific, man.
Look at the throw over the middle, has a completion.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go. Does he score?
Inside the 10, Sam Laporta.
Does he
They
score?
do have 3 timeouts left, but obviously time a factor. Here they go quick. Goff, first read not there. Second read is there. Touchdown Reynolds.
Josh Reynolds. That's enough. I'm telling you, man. Listen. As we go back and we watch these games, you're going to see that Josh Reynolds he's going to be missed. There's no doubt about it. We're going to have to, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Khalif Raymond, somebody's got to step up. We know J-Mo is slated to pretty much be number 2, but Josh Reynolds is going to be missed. Yes, he had a miserable last game as a Detroit Lion. However, that does not take away from the things that he had done prior to that. This guy is going to be missed. We have to find a replacement. Somebody got to step up.
They have to get to the 38. Smith stands in trouble.
We still couldn't get, bro, that doesn't make any sense.
Smith trying to make
that was the sack. That was the sack. Look what we had to do to get that sack. Look what we had to do. Geno Smith is athletic, but come on, man. Hold on. We got to run that back. I got to see that again. Let's see how many people had a shot at him.
They have to get to the 38.
All right, let's see.
Smith
1, 2, 3. Smith chasing him, or Harris. Hutchinson, look at Alexander Saloni said, you know what, I'll do it myself. He put on the infinity gauntlet. And that was 3rd down, bro.
Just end it in the pocket.
I forgot this game goes to overtime, I believe.
Goff over the middle.
What a catch.
Expect at some point take a shot and try to end this.
Here's a fake. Oh, they flip it around to St. Brown.
Ooh, 3rd down and 7. What do we do here?
Goff over the middle.
Oh, we kicked the field goal.
20, but he's not
I know I wanted us to score so bad.
Patterson boots it.
Oh, we still had Riley Patterson. And the defense couldn't stop anybody. I don't even think we get the ball.
Smith has a lot of time. Over the middle, fires. It's caught by the tight end, Noah Fant, who's got a first down.
Oh, this is when C.J. Gardner-Johnson gets hurt.
3rd and 6 here in overtime. Smith.
Look at that.
Time over the middle. It's caught.
Oh, my God. Look, you see what I'm saying?
From Geno Smith and a first down for the Seahawks. 2nd and 7. Another fake. Smith. Lofting.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What?
Here is Smith.
Yep, we didn't even touch the ball.
Near side. It is caught again.
I think the next play is the touchdown.
Smith to throw. Pressure from Hutchinson.
Where's the hold? Touchdown.
It's over. The Seahawks win it.
Oh, I forgot he waved. That's tough, man.
But I think he clearly.
It was a hold on Hutch.
Inside the pylon.
But see, Hutch, you see all that? Hutch this is what Hutch has to not do. I mean, this is how you get calls. But watch the reaction from Hutch. Yeah, he was held. It was a hold.
We'll get a good
but
look
stop
here.
all that reacting, bro. Dive at the feet of some, bro. And who was that on? Brian
in.
Branch.
Oh, yeah, that's touchdown. Walk-off win, Seattle.
That is tough.
What a game. What a game.
But the defense.
Each team just back and forth. And after
a good attempt by
Geno Smith
Branch,
lost 17 to give Detroit a chance, he takes this team down the field to an impressive overtime victory.
And when we get to the Chargers, game, as these games start to go on, you're going to see Dan Campbell. He was already aggressive, but he realizes that the defense is not our strong suit. This was 2023. I'm very intrigued. You know what? I'm glad I'm doing this because it's going to remind me of where we came from and what we would like to see as the 2024 season gets here. We cannot let teams go down the field. If Dan Campbell wants to go for it because that's what he does, that's fine. But if he's going for it because he doesn't trust his defense, this is one of many times that the defense let us down over and over and over. Our defense has to be better. We got to get better at getting to the quarterback. There's no doubt that the secondary is going to be better as well. You probably going to have, like Dan Campbell said, we don't even know who our starters are going to be on defense. We don't even know. So training camp is going to, and preseason is going to go a long way. But the Lions and the Seahawks in week 2, both at 2-2. Oh my God, we should have had that game. Even being down 10 with 6 minutes to go. This was the first game that the Lions really showed what they could do, what their offense could do. And we're going to see it several times as the season progresses, man. So give me your thoughts. Tough. This was our first game at Uno's. It was good. Then it turned a little salty. Then it got interesting. Then they let us down at the end, man. The defense, the offense never touched the ball because the defense could not either get to Geno or I'm really disappointed we didn't score when we had the ball last in regulation, but we shall see. Tomorrow, we will be back with week 3, and I'm trying to remember who it was. The Atlanta Falcons. We played the Atlanta Falcons in week 3 because they were 2-0, and we were 1-1 going into that game. So tune in tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you guys as well for watching, commenting, and subscribing. I'm glad that you are enjoying this. I am going to finish it this year, and I got a surprise, too, that I'll announce at the end of this series. All right? You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Thank you to all my members. I appreciate you.